Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Thursday. It is the 16th day of November. Clarinet Day today. Have a party with your bear day today. I'm assuming stuffed animal bear, because
Okay.
otherwise you might get ripped up. International Day for Tolerance, National Botox Day, and a lot of people are surprised about that, or at least they look like it.
At least they look like they are.
See what I did there? And National Fast Food Day today. Oh, it's also Check Your Wipers Day. This is a good time of year to do that. You know,
By the way, I did check my wipers today, and I have no washer fluid.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get all that fixed for you. See, she's my wife. I take good care of her. In addition to all of that stuff happening, it is a Thursday, which means we have a Dear John letter. And it's a letter from a guy who his wife comes from a big family, and every time they go on vacation, the family goes with. Even went on the honeymoon. Yeah. So could use some advice here. If you'd like to chime in, you can do so at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. You mad at me, bro? You might be a good thing if you've got some challenging assignments ahead of you today. Researchers have found that getting angry is a powerful motivator, leading to better results when tackling tricky tasks. I'm going to pause right there. I think I have a former employer who knew that, because he made everybody on staff angry. And then we'd just go to our office and get work, close the door and get some work done. I'm like, oh, maybe he's a genius. I thought he was a jerk. All right, back to the story. A team at Texas A&M University conducted experiments involving more than 1,000 people to explore the impact of anger on people in various circumstances. They found those who were angry did better in challenges than those who were in different emotional states. Researchers said one explanation could be down to a link between anger and great persistence. They found those who were angry spent more time on difficult tasks. Another contributing factor, test results also suggested that being angry increased the degree to which participants cheated. So like, say I can't finish this puzzle? Watch this. I'm peeling the stickers off. Done with my Rubik's Cube. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know that lazy tourists climbing scenic mountains in China can now skip the climb altogether and ride on a giant escalator, hundreds of meters long, to get to the best viewing spots? I
actually think that's lovely.
I think it sounds like my kind of idea. Tour operators have installed a massive escalator on mountains, making scenic spots that were only once accessible by hiking on precarious trails now available to anyone. So
that doesn't necessarily mean lazy. What if you've got a bad knee or a bad hip?
Or if you just feel like I want to go see the sights, but I don't want to go walking all the way up there.
I'm on vacation. I'm
telling you right now, I would probably do this.
Oh, I would.
And I'd be like, hey,
absolutely.
And you get up there, and I'm up there, wearing my Crocs, and and I see somebody else walking up the trail. I'm like, there's an escalator right over here. Now, if only they could put in a slide to get down quicker. I mean, now you're onto something. I'm just saying. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Kim Kardashian has announced that her new shapewear brand, Skims, is partnering with the NBA. So they're going to have an official underwear partner of the NBA.
Okay.
Hey, it was valued at $4 billion, so they're doing something all right. And her relative Kylie Jenner new clothing line appears to be a big hit. A representative for Kai KHY, confirmed that the new brand surpassed $1 million in sales the very first hour they launched. So they're doing okay. That's good, because I was afraid they were going to go hungry. So,
Yeah, that would have been
it
really
would have
sad.
been horrible. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is in the news, but not for anything great. This is kind of sad. He's being sued by a cyclist that he allegedly hit with an SUV.
Oh.
In February, he was involved in an accident with a cyclist. She alleges that he negligently was driving and caused the collision. So I don't know exactly what happened, but the damages were over $25,000.
Wow.
That must have been one heck of a nice bicycle.
I don't think it was probably just the bike. Probably medical bills.
That could be. I don't know exactly what's going on. But anyway, I try to steer clear of all of that stuff because it's like he said, she said. I don't know. But anyway, there it is. Big screen, little screen. Brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Researchers have found that with enough training, anybody can become a good singer. Reality show idea right there.
Really?
I think what they should do is, we've seen the reality shows where somebody comes out and they're like, I want to be the next American Idol, or whatever the show happens to be, and then they're horrible.
Yeah.
Those people should get a reality show now, and there should be somebody, whoever came up with this research, to train. They say anybody with enough training can become a good singer. Train them and make them become the good singer they want to be.
Yeah, interesting.
I think that would be a fascinating show, don't you?
Sure.
Would you watch that?
Sure.
No, you wouldn't. We don't
No,
watch.
I wouldn't.
We don't watch any shows. We actually used to watch The Voice, but we would only watch like the first episode. And as soon as they turned the chairs around, we're like, okay, we're done now.
Yeah, I don't like it anymore when they quit, when they start seeing the people.
You're like, they should have to go through the entire season without seeing them.
Yeah.
And then when it's all completely done, they're like, hey, you just passed on to the next round. You're the
I
winner.
agree.
And then they
That I
finally
would
get to
watch.
see them. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
I just gave out $2 billion ideas here. Somebody going to do these? Come on. And finally, after selling his company for 8 figures, a Canadian entrepreneur is using his profit to build a community of tiny homes for people who need it the most. This is in New Brunswick. Markel Lebrun's factory is now churning out one tiny home every 4 days. They're trying to create 12 neighbors gated communities of 99 homes. We talked about this, I think. I think we talked about it like a week ago. An enterprise center is also going to give homeless real estate a chance. He invested $4 million of his own money on this project and received government funding for the rest of the project, which is 75% complete. LeBrun says that he used to complain that, quote, something needed to be done about the city's homelessness problem. So he went ahead and did it.
well,
So,
that's wonderful.
I think it is really cool. If you've got the money to do it and you're saying, I want to invest it in this, I love the fact that he's putting his money where his mouth
own
is.
money,
Yeah.
which I like.
I love that too. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. And it's time right now for
Dear John Letters.
Dear John, dear John.
All right, I got a letter here, and I wonder how many people can relate to this, because this seems really odd to me, but I found out that this is more common than I would have ever guessed. So here we go. Dear John, my wife comes from a big family. She's one of 7 kids, and they're all very close. We've been married for almost 15 years. We've never been on a single vacation alone. Even our honeymoon included several of her relatives.
Wow.
I love her family, but I kind of want to spend some time alone with my wife. We take family trips with her whole family 3 or 4 times a year. In between those family trips, we go to visit her family, or they come to visit us. Again, I love her family, but I told her I want to spend our 15th anniversary with her and her alone. She thought the idea was absurd. She said her family has always been involved in our life, and she loves that. Again, I love them too, but this seems odd to me. I decided to book our vacation a few days earlier than everyone else. Now we have the best of both worlds, right? Is it too much to ask for me to have a weekend alone with my wife? She hates that I've done it this way. Is this normal? Signed, Smothered. I love Heidi's family as well. And when we do things, we'll do things with your family, but not like this.
No, we go on vacations alone all the time.
Yeah. Sometimes we don't even tell them where we're going or what we're doing.
I mean, I think it's nice if you want to do one once in a while where you're taking family with
Yeah.
you. I think that's great.
I agree.
Every vacation, that seems a bit much.
And again,
And
there
the
are...
honeymoon?
Yeah, that I thought was kind of odd. But here's the thing. I discovered after posting this as a Dear John letter, and it's out there for the world, this is more common than I thought it was. I didn't think that this was a thing, but apparently people do this. Somebody said it has to do with cultures, because they were asking what the culture was of these people, and I said, I have no idea. I got it. You guys understand how this works? They send me a letter. I post the letter, and that's it. That's the end. I don't know anything else.
Exactly.
If there was more to ask, like I could have asked them, so can you please explain your culture? But I thought that seemed like it would be a bit intrusive. So anyway, it's anonymous, and just deal with it. So, but yeah, apparently there's some cultures where that's a lot more common than other cultures. So for my culture, my family doesn't particularly like me, so we don't spend a lot of time together. So I'm just kidding. Now I'm going to get a call from somebody, and they're going to say, what do you mean we don't like you? We've got them coming to our house for Thanksgiving, and I'm excited to see them. So I feel like I backpedaled a little bit there because I'm trying to be funny, but I might have come across as rude. I was just being silly. What advice do you have for Smothered?
Oh my
do you
gosh. I mean, he's already voiced his opinion, and that's what I would say. I would say you need to have this conversation with her, which he clearly has.
Yeah.
And I think I like the fact that he's saying, okay, we'll still go with your family if this is that important to you, but I'm booking a couple of extra days.
I think that was a brilliant idea. I wouldn't think
she would be angry about that. It's extra vacation time.
And I think that was a brilliant idea. And I like that you're going a few days early, so you guys get to go there and you get to be alone together for a little bit instead of staying a couple days later. I think that maybe, and I don't know, maybe he did it wrong. Maybe he should have said, oh, hey, by the way.
It doesn't matter either way.
Everybody else
I think
is
that
leaving.
was a great compromise.
Yeah.
And as long as you're happy with compromising like that, I think it'll resolve itself.
And maybe a couple days after would have been better, because then she would have had her family time out of the way. And she's not worried about, oh, everybody's going to be mad because we're here without them, you know. So if their family is used to doing stuff together.
Yeah, but if they did it that way, then the family may say, oh, we'll extend ours a couple of days too now. So I think he probably did what he needed to do.
That's right. Then the next vacation, everybody's going to get there a few days early, just in case you sneak around and do this again. Again, at the end of the day, I think your answer, going a few days early, but she thought that was absurd. She didn't like that idea. But maybe after having a few days alone, just the two of you,
she'll realize it is kind of nice
for your anniversary. And we go places with
friends.
friends.
And if you really spoil her on those 2 days and really make her see why it's wonderful to do that,
make sure that you do some
make
things.
It special.
Because we go on vacations with friends often. We've done that. But we recently went on a little trip, just the two of us, and we did nothing. And it was amazing. So
it was wonderful.
I was like,
but that's what we needed.
People were like, so what did you do? Did you do this?
I wouldn't recommend you do that on this trip where you make her go a couple days early and then you lay around all day in your underpants.
Yeah, don't do that. But show her a good time. Make her happy that she's there with you. Make her happy she's there with you alone. And, yada, yada, yada. Hey, if you'd like to chime in with advice, you can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Little bumpers on the underside of a toilet have names. Those little things, you know what they're called?
What?
Bucklets. Buckulets. Buckulets.
Okay.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
A balanced diet for humans is about the same as that of a rat.
Okay.
Yeah, so we eat like rats. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The more features your phone has, the longer you spend in the bathroom.
That's true.
Understand that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The average speed of a Heinz ketchup squirt is 0.028 miles per hour.
Okay.
So I wonder if that's like when you're squeezing the thing or if you're like just letting it come out on its own.
I don't know.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
None of the passengers on the Mayflower had a middle name. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
One more fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
More adults separated or divorced in January than any other month of the year. So we need to talk in a couple of months. Just kidding. No, we're good. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Adult cats only meow at humans. They do not meow at other cats.
Oh,
Fascinating.
that's interesting.
Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. I love this question, Heidi. This was invented in the 1880s as a hangover cure. What is it?
Oh.
What do you think? We've been involved in this before. We've done this with your
gosh.
family usually.
I don't know.
Brunch.
Oh.
Brunch was invented.
Really?
Brunch was invented in the 1880s as a hangover cure.
That's why they serve mimosas.
There you go. See, it all makes sense. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Wrexham FC owners Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney, am I saying that right? They received
nobody really knows how to say his last name for sure, but I love him.
They received some shocking news. In the premiere episode of the Hulu docuseries second season, the two speak with Wrexham AFC's executive director, who tells the actors they've lost, quote, loads of money since purchasing the football team. So you'd think they'd be making a ton of money. All of the exposure this thing's got. Reynolds asked him, can you quantify for us what is loads of money? And they said, well, right now, you've lost an estimated $12 million
Oh, gosh.
on the investment. Okay. Ryan's reaction was, I think I'm going to throw up. And for those of you who haven't seen, I've not seen a single episode of this. I've seen things shared online, and these two famous, very wealthy actors came together, bought a team, and apparently they're not doing financially well, but it looks like they're having fun. So
isn't that what really matters?
$12 million worth of fun. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Heidi, who would you say is the best Saturday Night Live host of all time? Host of all time. Somebody that came on and hosted the show. Is there one that stands out where you're like, oh, that person was hilarious?
Oh my gosh, it's so hard to say.
Is there somebody that you think of instantly?
I love it when Christopher Walken hosts.
Okay, I like
Always.
Christopher Walken. He did not make the top 5. Number 5 is
Really?
Melissa McCarthy. Number 4, everybody probably will agree, Steve Martin belongs on the list.
Yeah.
He's been on there a lot. Number 3, Tom Hanks. Number 2, Alec Baldwin. Who do you think is number 1?
I have no idea.
Justin Timberlake. The number
Oh
1.
yeah, he's always really fun when he's
best
on.
Saturday Night Live hosts of all time. So there you go. That is they only had the top 5 on there. So you can speculate who number 6 is. Probably Christopher Walken. Then that makes
I
Heidi
would
happy.
think Christopher Walken.
I haven't watched the show like live in a long, long time, but I watched some clips from Nate Bargatze on the show, and friend of the show. He's been on our program before. Very, very funny guy, and I thought he nailed it. He did a great job. So Nate, good job, man. The list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Quote today is from Albert Hubbard, who says, "Do not take life too seriously. You'll never get out alive." I like that quote.
Yeah.
That's a good quote. That was in a movie too, wasn't it?
Van Wilder.
Yeah, I was going to say. And that was Ryan Reynolds. We
It
talked about
was.
him earlier in the program. So, see, comes full circle. It's like we're
It
right back
sure
where we
does.
started. Right back where we started. All right. The quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, take a listen to this. Lottery winner, who's 59 years young, purchases his first pool table and then earns a spot on England's national team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this comes from England. Now, I'm going to just say something here. I haven't even read the story yet, but let's just say this guy won the lottery. He's got all kinds of money. Do you think he's on the team because he's great, or he's on the team because they're like, hey, you could like pay for our rooms and stuff? Neil Jones is 59, and he embarked on an unexpected journey from a humble 13 pounds in his pocket to international pool stardom after winning a life-changing 2.4 million pounds in the national lottery just before Christmas in 2010. Little did he know this initial splurge on a pool table, driven by his youthful passion for snooker, would have paved the way for all of the cool things that have happened since then. The windfall allowed Jones to retire comfortably, and the advent of COVID lockdowns provided him with the precious amount of time that he needed to refine his pool skills in the comfort of his own home.
That's really cool.
Reflecting on his initiation into pool, he said, "Not long after we won the lottery, I went to the local pool hall. And there was a friend of mine who I used to do karaoke with, and I watched football with him. His fascination with the game ignited and led me to invest in a high-quality pool table for my home." So it sounds like maybe he is actually pretty good, because he won the lottery in 2010. So it's not like he won last August.
Okay.
You know, and then it's like, oh, hey, Mr. Rich Guy, why don't you join our team? So he did pool a little bit for a while. But then in 2020, when he was in COVID lockdown, after owning the pool table for about 10 years, he had a lot of time to practice. Narrowly missed out on being on the team in 2021, but then he had another opportunity in 2023, and that's when he actually got on the pool team for England. So he's now
That's
on
cool.
England's national pool team. So that's kind of cool. I've got a link to the story. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.